Hi everyone, Ken Kerschbaumer at NAB 2024. I'm here with Martin Stewart, NEP CEO. Martin, how are you doing? Great to finally see you.
Yeah, I'm very well, Ken. Nice to see you, and thank you for your time here. It's great to be here at NAB. Obviously, it's the primary show for our industry and for our clients, so great to be able to come here and see them and spend some time.
Great. So before we get into our chat, how about a little bit of background on you and where you have come from before joining NEP?
Well, I've spent a long time in various parts of the media and sports industries, but mainly on the client side, I guess, on the broadcaster side. And most recently, I've been in the Middle East and in New Zealand on running broadcast companies, and joined NEP about 18, 19 months ago and became CEO 9 months ago.
Right. So walk us through, I guess, now that you have experience on both sides of the fence, you understand the challenges on both sides. You probably have an understanding of maybe how it's more of a collaboration than you might have thought before, but give us a sense of what you've learned being on the NEP side combined with your previous experience.
Well, I think that when you're on the client side, I think I was guilty of probably taking things a bit for granted. I think that it becomes a conversation where you take things, you assume the reliability, and therefore you're looking for innovation but also lower cost. And I think that being on this side of the fence, I have a very, very real appreciation for the incredible skill and dedication of the people that we have and our fellow companies in the same space have, and the amazing amount of creativity that they bring to solving client problems. It's definitely not a cost center. It very much is part of the integral part of delivering these live events and sports events on a global basis.
Right. Now, obviously, you are a global company. You have a global network of production centers and facilities that are all kind of connected via fiber. You got amazing teams scattered across the globe. How do you kind of juggle that? Because obviously there are huge differences between one market and the next. So how do you kind of look at a vision to kind of make it more holistic, or do you have to kind of treat things separately and break into more like smaller chunks, if you will?
Well, I think it's actually it's a little bit of both. I think we have been probably a bit too guilty in the past of being very bespoke by territory, and I think that we have to act on a more global way. Whatever that bank advert was about act global and think local, that's probably a good motto for us. So I think that you have to be a lot more standard than we have been, but there is never going to be a complete one-size-fits-all, because there are differences in the local markets and in the requirements of the different leagues or broadcasters that we work with. So a certain amount of adaptability, but there's a core platform that needs to be much more homogenous than I think it has been in the past.
Sure. So as far as, obviously you have this amazing ecosystem of trucks, right? You do have these production centers popping up, and cloud is starting to play a role. How do you kind of see all those pieces forming a single story for your clients, and then what do you see as the give and pull between new ideas and innovation and where they're at as far as what they need from you?
Well, I think of it very much as an evolution and not a revolution. I don't think that we should be out there pushing too hard on clients. What we should be doing is sitting down and making sure that we really understand what clients are trying to achieve, where they are now, and what their roadmap, what their evolution looks like. And we should be bringing our collective skill and knowledge and creativity to bear to help them solve those problems, to help them evolve the service offering so that the end customer, the viewer, gets a better experience, that it can become more efficient for everybody, and it can satisfy people's needs without sacrificing or imperiling what I think is the key thing that companies like ours, and we pride ourselves on this, which is reliability. That's got to be the overall watchword. So whatever we do, however we take service offerings forward, and however they develop, they must be reliable above everything else.
Right, excellent. Great, Martin. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the show and safe travels back to the UK, right?
Yep.
And really appreciate it. So thanks again.